all minorities, black people, Asian people, members of the global south, but don't mention Jews. Next, I wanted to talk about this Telegraph story, because this Telegraph story is pretty wild. I don't want to pay for this. Okay? It feels wrong if I was to pay for this. So if anybody has the original version of this article, I would greatly appreciate it. But I'm just gonna read you guys the title. Okay? If you guys could get around the block, I would appreciate it. The title of this article is Non-Binary Romeo and Juliet set in Nazi Germany apologizes for omitting Jews from casting call. So here is the logo for the show. The plot is that a Jewish member of the Roma community falls in love with a member of the Hitler Youth, Romeo and Juliet, Nazi Germany edition. That is the plot of the play. And apparently it's non-binary in somehow. Like the cast is non-binary or something like that. The whole point of Romeo and Juliet was that they were from similar clans of an equal kind of societal status that were just at odds. That they were dignified people that for familial clan feud reasons could not get along. They were dignified, of good moral character, of the same class, of the same high status in life, but due to the ties in their family, due to their families feuding, they could not find love. That is very, very, very different from a member of the Hitler Youth during the Holocaust and a Jew. That is very, very different. It actually removes this so much from the Romeo and Juliet world by having them not be of the same societal status and of families of similar background, but they're feuding, that it's no longer Romeo and Juliet. This is just covered in Romeo and Juliet packaging to make this Nazi Jew love story. And this logo, I cannot get over it. I cannot get over this logo. Did Kanye write this? Yeah, Kanye's been busy. Kanye's been busy since Adidas dropped him. So let's read the story. A production of Romeo and Juliet for non-binary performers, with Juliet reimagined as a persecuted Jew, and Romeo as a member of the Hitler Youth, has become embroiled in a row over its failure to include Jewish people in the casting call. The London-based Icarus Theatre collective is staging a version of Shakespeare's play set in Nazi Germany. The company advertised for non-binary artists. I like how they're like, hey, we need non-binary artists and those of global majority Black or Asian heritage to join the cast. But they didn't specifically bring up Jews. When this is a story about a Jew being persecuted, and Jews being persecuted in the Holocaust, and you're like, we need to make sure this is nice and representative of all minorities. Black people, Asian people, members of the global south, but don't mention Jews, even though, again, it's about the Holocaust. Not that, again, this whole play in and of itself already sounds ridiculous. But the fact that they were like, no, we need non-binary performers. Like, they said non-binary performers before they said Jews. This is wild to me. They never even brought it up. The call did not include any requests for Jewish performers to join the cast of the production set in the Third Reich, and the company has publicly apologized for the omission. Please accept our profound apologies for neglecting to mention performers of a Jewish background are preferred. This was the initial intention. The director is Jewish, and our intention has always been to include this casting preference as it is fundamental. Director Max Lewandell told the Jewish Chronicle that the casting call, which was put out, was a draft, and the omission was a mistake on the part of the casting director. The revised call for cast members says the company is seeking a male or non-binary presenting performer for Romeo, and now makes clear that a female is wanted for Juliet, preferably of Jewish background. Mercutio is to be male or non-binary, and the ordinary male character of Tibulat, I really, whatever, is to be female presenting. The official description of the planned play says, in defiance of their entire society and in secrecy from their closest friends, hopeful young lives burned amidst a cataclysmic backdrop of impending war and the horror of the Holocaust. Sun and moon shine down on star-crossed lovers as a Jewish girl falls for a member of the Hitler Youth, and the boy questions everything he was taught to believe. The campaign against anti-Semitism said, "We are glad to hear that an apology has been issued after it was revealed that a casting notice for the play about Jews and Nazis did not mention Jewish people. We will still struggle to think about how this production could be anything but tasteless. It is staggering that anyone would find this play about morally equivalent feuding families to be an appropriate way to explore Nuremberg-era persecution of Jews by Nazi Germany." My point exactly. Again, it's not that this story is impossible to, I guess, ever pull off. I think there might be some way to be like, to pull this off, but it's not under the Romeo and Juliet name. It almost feels like they're using the Romeo and Juliet name because everyone knows Romeo and Juliet. Everyone loves Romeo and Juliet, especially when it comes to the theater world. And so by applying the kind of like thin veneer of Romeo and Juliet, they're able to get more attention than if they were to start their own new play called like The Jew and the Youth or something. Yeah, there's a bit of a power imbalance in here. Juliet. Don't. Chat, don't start. We're not gonna call her Juliet. We're not doing that. Is fear of an extermination and is... I'm not even gonna read that message. Is fear of extermination an aphrodisiac? Look, just go watch Jojo Rabbit, okay? It's a good movie. If you need something, it's not related to this at all, only in the fact that it's a funny movie set in Nazi Germany. But just go watch Jojo Rabbit. Much better, okay? God, this feels like it was doomed to fail from the beginning. Anyway, that's enough of this. Thank you so much for allowing me to actually read the story. My God. Let's keep going. God, this logo. I can't get over the logo.